So, Tom, I think what's really important right now is for you to share how you came about our divorce.
Oh, well, as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. Um, Last year, sometime, my wife of about 18 years made the decision that we were going to not be married anymore. And while it was devastating at the first, it turned out to be a really good thing because what happened is that I saw the writing on the wall a couple of weeks before the divorce actually started. And I wrote down a project plan to make sure that I could make it through the divorce without hurting either one of us. That was kind of the idea, is to make it through the divorce as friends, as nicely and quickly as possible. So I put
You
together.
started quickly.
Yes.
It was, I think, like one morning you woke up and said, "It's time. I'm going to organize this
Mm-hmm.
and go through the process."
Mm-hmm. So it was about 2 weeks before the decision was made that I wrote down the project plan. Then the morning after we made the decision to get divorced, we started working through this project plan. And less than 2 days later, our divorce was filed. And my attorney at the time said, in fact, Eric Johnson, who's also a partner in our company, when I showed him our plan, he said, "Tom, if you could package this, you would help so many people." And um, and so that's what we did. As soon as the divorce was final, we started making flow charts. We started putting a
You
process.
started making flow charts.
True. I started making
I
flow charts,
think
and we created a process. We've had a team of developers working on this for several months. We're excited to help a lot of people, and I think that it's going to be a big hit.
I think one thing that I remember while you were going through that, and it was like a turning point that I saw in you. And part of that was because divorce is emotional. You can't help it. You go through a process. It's a loss. You go through those steps. And instead of staying in the kind of anger, resentment stage, you decided that, you know what, I need to get rid of that and really focus on how can I help other people through this.
Absolutely.
And I think that was a beautiful turning point for you.
Oh, yeah, it really did help me. And one of the things that I thought was really interesting as we were preparing to launch the company is that Eric, the attorney, he mentioned to me that 80% of his clients, his new clients, come to him saying, "I want to have an amicable divorce," but only 20% remain that way.
Yeah.
So 60% of these people wanted to be amicable, but somehow aren't. And I blame the legal system. I blame greedy attorneys. I blame any number of factors. But the fact is, if we can help more of that 60% remain amicable so that the divorce happens more quickly, more painlessly, and bluntly, they can be friends after the fact. My ex-wife and I are actually pretty good friends. We talk every week or two, and we're fine.
So I think part of what allows that to happen, and really we do want to achieve that amicable process throughout, is that we have created the steps to do that. So people can follow something. They don't have to do it themselves, and think, how am I going to put this together? We've done that for them. And I really feel that is going to help more couples go through this process without ending angrier at each other or resentful, or again, some of those emotions that are just don't really help and allow us to get past the situation.
Absolutely. I think it's important to also understand that there are competitors. There are several competitors that we've been able to find. The difference between our divorce and those competitors that we found is primarily that we've created a set of steps that help the couple negotiate. It helps them barter, helps them come to an
Think
agreement.
through things.
Yeah.
Like, is this that important to me that I'm not going to go through with it? It's
Exactly.
like, it's a thing, and is it that important? And it helps you really prioritize and think beyond what you're going through right now.
Right. And basically the competitors, as far as we can tell, primarily just ask you, what do you want to do with the kids? They don't help you come to a decision. They
with
assume
options.
you've already made that decision.
Thinking through the options. Okay, well, what if we do this, or what if we do that? And allowing that communication to take place, I think, is what really bonds the couple going through that, so that they can actually achieve success, which is a great thing when you're dealing with a situation that hasn't been successful.
Yeah.
So we really want that to be a factor in this, and that it's like, congratulations, you went through this.
Right.
It's tough.
Well, I mean, the fact is, we would never wish divorce on anyone.
No.
It's a horrible, horrible experience. But our goal is just to make it as easy as possible and as painless as possible. And what more could we hope for?